with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
This is Night Dreams Talk Radio Network News, and I'm James Creechbaum. Rare smiting god statues discovered in Bronze Age Canaanite temple. The discovery includes two small statuettes of Canaanite smiting gods, war gods. The discovery is of a massive importance in the study of the well-known but little understood Canaanite people. Only once every 30 or 40 years do we get the chance to excavate a Canaanite temple in Israel. What we found sheds new light on ancient life in the region. It would be hard to overstate the importance of these findings, is what the archaeologists have said. Concern raised in New Zealand over hunt for giants. A group of anonymous individuals have been digging tunnels in search of evidence of giants in New Zealand. The mysterious group, whose members have yet to be identified, have been digging out a network of tube-like caves for the better part of 4 years, often working under the cover of darkness. Their goal is to unearth evidence of pre-Polynesian giants, or tall ones, who they believe once lived in the region. Concerns have been raised not only due to the potential for genuine archaeologist evidence to be damaged, but also because the landowner has not given them permission to be there. Here's a little fact for you. Memories are so easily manipulated that in 3 hours you can be convinced you committed a crime that that never happened. Researchers did a study to understand more about why people have gone to jail for false confessions, and they were able to convince 70% of the participants that they were guilty of a fake crime. The college-age participants not only confessed, but they also described very detailed experiences that never actually happened. The Hoyu Baciu Forest is considered the most haunted forest in the world, and it's located in Romania. Hundreds of people have gone missing, seen UFOs, seen orange-red balls of light, mist, women's voice, laughter, and people being scratched. In the center of the forest lies a circle where plant life doesn't grow. This spot is believed to be a portal to another dimension. U.S. FEMA concentration camps in case of martial law. Over 800 prison camps discovered in the United States. They are heavily guarded by the National Guard full-time, but are empty all of the time. These camps are being run by FEMA. Should martial law take effect in the U.S. with just a simple order from the president, martial law can be implemented, and he will remain president in the White House until it is over. According to the reports by conspiracy theorists, over 500,000 plastic coffins are also stacked up in the FEMA concentration camps just in case something happens. Scientists are developing bouncy pavement, a novel new type of rubber pavement being trialed in Sweden. Could help to save thousands of lives. Each year, a significant number of people, especially the elderly, are injured or even killed due to accidental falls on hard concrete pavements and footpaths in cities across the world. Made from recycled tires, the new rubber surfacing is part of a major European-backed trial and could become commonplace within the next few years if test runs in Sweden prove to be successful. Mystery message spooks smartphone owners. Samsung Galaxy owners were left puzzled when a strange message was sent out during the night. Thousands took to social media yesterday in an effort to find out what was behind a mysterious text message that was sent out to the owners of Samsung devices in the early hours of Thursday morning. The body of the message contained nothing but a 1 with a second 1 directly beneath it. This notification was confirmation as a message sent unintentionally during internal testing, and there is no effect on your device, a spokesman wrote from the Samsung UK Twitter page. Next news break on the next show.
coming to you from some far point station, like a cosmic tumbleweed, both north and south of the Pleiades. Here's your host, Gary Anderson.
And we are back with our guest tonight. We're talking about his book, Into the Dimensions with ETs. He's had numerous encounters with ETs since a child on his grandmother's farm, our grandmother and grandfather's farm. Carlo, are you still with us?
I'm still here.
Well, how big a book is this, and how long a read is this?
Okay, this book is like 200 and, let's see, to be exact, I get the book here. It's 230 pages, and it's an easy read book.
Interesting. What made you decide to write the book?
Well, my editor is my friend Peter Flynn, and he convinced me to publish the book. I only shared the book with him. I share my stories with him, and he told me that I have to do it, And I said, I don't want to write this book because I don't want to, I just want to share with you my story, that's all. But I'm not expecting to publish the book because I have other books that I wrote, and I haven't published it. And they were more like novels and, storytelling books for kids and things like that. But I never expected to publish this book. I was only sharing with him, and it was part of my diary. And but then I decided, like I said, I had this illness that all of a sudden was diagnosed, and I'm older now, and I said I really don't care. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna publish it. If Whitley Strieber, publishes his book, I'm gonna do mine too. So that's how I end up publishing the book. The book is on Amazon now, and it's on sale for $9.99 right now. Actually, the book is $15, but we're making a special for the book for this month of February.
So they can go on to Amazon and buy the book Into the Dimensions. That's the correct name?
Into the Dimensions, or just put my name down in Amazon, and it will come up there. And I have a Facebook too. If people want to ask me questions or something, I can be more than happy to answer their questions and to share a little bit of my amazing experiences, because up to now, and I'm older, I am wiser, I understand that this is a marvelous gift that I have, that I have these experiences. And even though I have bad and good experiences, I'm happy with both, with both of the experiences, because you can get to see and decide what's good and what is not. And up to this day, I believe that I was chosen since I was born, because like I told you, I heard voices when I was a little kid. They were talking to me, and I've been having these experiences, paranormal and physical experiences with these beings since I can remember. It's like an everyday thing. Thank God that some months I don't have any experience at all, and I keep my mind healthy. And so that's...
Well, Carl, my news director, James Krischbaum, has a couple questions he wants to ask you, if that's all right. Okay, James, you can go ahead and ask him those couple questions.
Okay. When was the last time, Carlo, that you were taken?
Last time I was taken, that was 10 years ago, at least. I still have communication, but it's a different thing. It's a different story. But taken, I think 10 years ago was the last time I was taken.
Okay. Have they ever told you where they're from, or why they're here, or what they want?
That's a great question. And the funny thing is that every time I come back to my human form, because sometimes I'm taken out of my body and I've been put in another, like a clone body, so I can realize so I can go further than Earth atmosphere and all that in order to survive or their purposes. I said I'm going to ask them this list of questions, and I even write the list, and I keep it in my head to make sure that I'm going to ask that question. But once that you are in front of these beings, your mind and their mind is in the same level. Do you know everything they know, and they know everything I know? So it's like, I don't care. How can I ask him any question if I already know the answer? Because we are in this level of communication where everybody's one. We are all one, part of this universe, humans, aliens, animals. It doesn't matter who we are all in one, so I don't need to ask them any questions. And then when I come back to my body, to my physical world, and I talk to a friend or somebody that I had this experience, they said, well, why didn't you ask them this? And I said, well, I didn't have the need to ask them because I already knew the answer. But back in this body, my brain is limited, and it doesn't bring back those answers. So, I never been wishing to know where they come from because it's like I already know. And those kind of questions, like they don't go. The most important question is, how do you going to be good for this world? What can I do for humanity? As myself, I don't have to be looking for candidates, to do something with me. I have to start doing it myself with my own life and setting up an example, which is really difficult for me because I'm no saint, and I wish I can be perfect like we're supposed to be. But I'm also a part of this world, and I also in this human body. So, that's my answer for that.
Okay. Well, thank you. The only other maybe quick question is, was it the same aliens that took you at 5 that also was saying to, share love, be loving to people also?
Yes, the same aliens, the same kind of aliens. I cannot say that they're the same ones that I see every time, because every time I have experiences not only with this kind of aliens that everybody knows, but also human-like aliens, that are just like me and you. But, of course, they're special because they're not human. They look human, but they're not. And whatever comes out of their head or their brains or their communication or their mouth, whatever that comes from that is only good things. Good things that is good for humanity, good for me. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy every time I have those experiences. And I call them, in my own opinion, I call them angelical beings. Even though probably they're not angelical beings like we expect to be an angel, but that's how it comes into my head, that they're angelical beings because everything that they say or do is something good for us, for humans, for humanity. Always a good message.
Interesting. Now, a question, too. When you've been taken aboard these craft, for whatever happens, what do you remember what the inside of the craft looks like by any chance?
Yes, I do. One of the craft, the one that is in my book on the first chapter, it was a huge, giant craft, probably a mothership. But also the size of the alien that I had the encounter with was a tall being, like 9-10 feet tall, taller than me. I didn't see the being, but out of the corner of my eye, I remember I saw the stature, and I saw the hand. And the hand was like a human hand on my shoulder. He said not to look at him, but I didn't look, but I saw kind of his reflection. Also, the spaceship all the spaceships that I have been, they have this awesome floor that you feel like you are floating up on the air, and the structure is really soft. I didn't see any machinery where they controls, to fly the machine, the craft. I don't remember that, but I seen the holes to go from one place to the other. And everything was like how the doors will open by themselves. It has light sensors everywhere you go, and the machine seemed to be alive. If you touch the wall, it has sensors